Welcome to another video on Atlanta to Dallas Aviation. Today we have an unboxing. It's going to be short and sweet. It's just one model, and I've been waiting on this model for, I want to say, about 9 months. So what's the story with that? Well, it's an Aviation 400 model. So as any of y'all who have gotten Aviation 400 models as a pre-order, you know that sometimes it takes quite a while for those pre-orders to actually come in. So this was on pre-order. I actually pre-ordered it with my ITA Airways or ITA Airways or whatever you want to call it, the new Italian airline. So even though Aviation 400 has announced that they're going to put out another one of those, this was the original one, and I had ordered it pre-order with this model that we're going to be opening today. However, when I made a separate order at another time, that the ITA model was already in. So when I made another order, they threw that one in with that order and shipped it to me. So this one was supposed to come with that aircraft, but it was further delayed, so it stayed, and it finally got fulfilled. So it is now here. Now, not that I am ever going to do this project, but I order a lot of models that I see on a live stream of LAX. So this particular model is one of those aircraft that I see on that live stream fairly often. And you know, maybe someday I do sort of a LAX airport update, but I have not done any airport updates to this point, and I would suspect that the first airport update I will be doing will probably just be a fantasy one. That allows me to use a lot of different models and not have to worry about things being current, or, oh, this airline doesn't fly into this airport and such and so. So having a fantasy airport is kind of fun because you get to mix and match and do those kind of things. Not only that, but I get to make my own, put a schedule together for my models, so I can even do a timestamp at a fantasy airport. But the fantasy airport I have now is not the same as the fantasy airport that I had when I lived in Atlanta. I had a much bigger thing there. So anyway, enough gabbing. So we're going to get into this. And again, this is an Aviation 400 model. Wow, they really got this wrapped up well in the paper. All right, so what we have here, Philippine Airlines, Boeing 777-300ER in the Philippines livery. Really nice box here, and I have several of Aviation 400's 777-300 models, and they are really nice. So I'm excited to have this one, even though the livery is, in my opinion, is kind of boring. But like I said, I see it on the LA live stream a lot, so I decided to go ahead and get it. Let's open this bad boy up. And by the way, this this item number here, I think you can see it, AV 4130, and the registration is Romeo Papa Charlie 7778. Okay, as you can see there. All right, that's the box. One of the nice things about Aviation 400, and actually this was the case also for Dragon Wings, for those of y'all old enough to really remember Dragon Wings, or maybe you're a younger person and you have gotten a Dragon Wings model, and it came with everything that originally came in it. Well, one of the things that originally came in the Dragon Wings is it would come with a stand. The stands were usually a little bit bigger than this, but it came with a stand, which was a nice feature. It also came with removable, so you could remove the gear and you could put, and they had just like the gear, I don't even know what you call them, but you could do it gear up. So that was nice. So you could do it gear up or gear down. But basically, Gemini Jets drove them. They're not out of business, but they don't do commercial jets anymore, which I thought was a shame. It was a little bit more budget friendly than Gemini Jets ever was. But Gemini Jets, at least at the time, had a better product. So, so even though the Dragon Wings was cheaper and came with a stand and came with the option of being able to do gear up or gear down, they just didn't. They just stopped competing. I don't know if they just thought they couldn't compete or they just stopped competing. But anyway, so here we go. Gosh, I really love their mold of this, and of course the selling point for me is always the jewel. So they, on these airplanes, they have one jewel on top and one jewel on bottom for the navigation lights. So we'll get first kind of a full body look here. Really nice. I always do the little turnaround. I probably should do the turnaround on the stand, but we'll do it like this. We'll put it on the stand too, and I know I keep harping on it. Eventually I am going to get a turntable. I just, getting models is a higher priority than getting the turn stand, so, or the turntable, that is. So there you have it, the 360. Looking really nice. All right, get the close up. I know about how close I can get before it starts freaking out on me. This is probably about as close as I'm going to get. All right. So there you have. I mean, I don't think I need to point all this stuff out to you. The nose gear, L1 door, and all that garbage. I guess the only thing I will point out for those of you not familiar with Aviation 400, right there, I probably need something a little pointier. Yeah. All right, here's a little bit pointier. Right there, you can see the the jewel on the top there. There's also one on the bottom. We'll get to that one in a minute when I can hold up the model to the camera. And I believe those are the, I think those are the GE90s. Very well done. A nice raked wingtip. And the registration back there, the Philippine flag after the last door there, and then the stylized Philippine flag on the tail, as they've had for quite some time actually. All the aerials look good. Oops. And we'll zoom back out a little bit here. And you'll see, pull this close here, you'll see the jewel there right in front of the stand hole. Very nice things molded here. Got some more antenna. The APU doors. And something there up front. I don't know if it's actually words or what that is on the very tip up there. But there's something printed up there. And then we put this bad boy on a stand. And there's how we look on the stand. Yeah. It's probably better to do my 360 like this on the stand where my hand doesn't obscure the airplane. If I'm not going to have a turntable, I can at least do this, right? And keep my hand below the aircraft. But since I already did one 360, I'll just leave this at a 180 here, so we can get a good look at this other side real quick. Of course, this is the side with the cargo doors. You got one cargo door right there. And my camera is being a putz, not wanting to focus. Alright, and then there's the other baggage door in the mini baggage door. I guess that's a baggage door. I think it is. I also think that sometimes some carry-on luggage gets put in there as last minute baggage when it won't fit inside the cabin. And then there's basically the most beautiful part of the airplane is the tail, because otherwise it's just a big old Euro white with Philippines on the front, and that's it. So anyway, yeah, and we got nice placement of the cockpit windows. That's really nice. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoy. And if you did, please like. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. That would be very helpful. And we will see you in the next video.